Okay, if we all quiet down, are you guys ready? We're gonna start. There was a stable, and in that stable was a goat, and a hen, and a goose, and a mouse, and a mule called Maurice. In the middle of the stable was a manger, and that manger belonged to Maurice. Maurice was very proud of his manger, and nobody was allowed to use it except for him. At dinner time, it got filled with lovely fresh hay. This was Maurice's favorite time of the day, when he would munch, munch, munch away until all was gone. Maurice lay down on the stable floor to have a nice nap. He was just drifting away into a lovely snooze when there was a terrible commotion in the stable. And the goat said,
Maurice, Maurice, there's a hen in your manger.
And Maurice said,
What? There's a hen in my manger?
And the goat said,
She's laying an egg. And who's laying an egg?
Maurice was very upset indeed.
Shoo, little hen, shoo, shoo, shoo. Off you go to the loo. This is not a place for you. Shoo, little hen, shoo, shoo.
The hen decided she better go and lay her eggs somewhere else. Then Maurice settled down again for his nap. He had only just closed his eyes when there was more noise in the stable. And the goose said,
Maurice, Maurice, there's a mouse in your manger. Oh, there's a mouse in my manger. Yes, she's playing hide and seek. And who's playing hide and seek?
Maurice was very upset indeed. The mouse decided that she'd better go and hide somewhere else. Maurice lied down again to rest. But before he had the chance to fall asleep, there was more noise in the stable. And the hen said,
Maurice, have a bird in your manger. What, there's a bird in my manger? And she's building a nest. There's a bird in the nest. And there's building a nest.
whatever next, Maurice was very, very upset. The bird decided she better fly off and build her nest somewhere else. So Maurice tried once again to have his nap. But he had hardly gotten comfortable when there was more noise in the stable. And the mouse said,
Maurice, there's a spider in your manger. What? There's a spider in my manger? Yes, she's spinning a web. And it's spinning a web?
Maurice was very upset indeed. How could he have his dinner if there was a spider web over it?
Shoot, little spider, shoot, shoot, shoot. Off you go to the loop. This is not a place for you. Shoot, little spider, shoot, shoot.
The spider thought she had better go and spin her web somewhere else. It was getting late. Maurice decided it just must be one of those days. So he lied down again on the stable floor and started to nod off. He was sleeping soundly when the stable door opened. He didn't see the big star which came and floated over the stable. He didn't see a kind man walk into the stable. And he didn't see a little gray donkey who followed behind the pretty lady. The lady's name was Mary, and the man was her husband Joseph. They sat down in the stable, and the star above shone brighter, brighter, and brighter. Maurice was fast asleep. He was having a lovely dream about munching his hay in his manger. Then suddenly, there was a great commotion in the stable, and Maurice woke up with a start and said,
What now?
and the goat said,
There's donkey food in your manger. What? There's donkey food in my manger?
Maurice couldn't believe his eyes. A strange donkey was eating food out of his manger. Things just couldn't get any worse for him. A hen had tried to lay an egg in his manger. A mouse had played hide and seek in it. A bird had tried to build a nest in it. A spider had tried to spin her web in it. And now there was donkey food in it. He sat down and he put his head in his hooves. The donkey finished his food and lay down to sleep. Then Maurice calmed down and began to nod off too. The hours went by, the stable fell quiet, and the star got brighter and brighter and brighter. Its silver light streamed through the little stable window as if to say that something very special was about to happen. What could it be?
Something's going to happen in the stable. Something's going to happen tonight. As the one is sleeping soundly, something's going to happen tonight. A miracle will happen in the stable. A miracle will happen tonight. When we're all tucked up and dreaming, a miracle will happen tonight. Something's going to make us all be happy. Something's going to make us feel glad. It will change the world forever. Something's going to make us feel glad.
Maurice woke up suddenly because something was just going on. All the other animals were very excited. What could it be now? Maurice was feeling extremely worried, and the spider said,
Maurice, there's a
And everyone said,
Yes, there's a baby in the manger. Look, there's a baby, look, there's a baby, look, there's a baby in the manger. Look, there's a baby, look, there's a baby, look, there's a baby in the manger. Would you believe it? Would you believe it? There's a baby in the manger. Would you believe it? Would you believe it? There's a baby in the manger.
Maurice couldn't believe what he was hearing. Then there was a knock at the stable door. And a shepherd came into the stable, followed by his sheep. And the shepherd said, there was another knock on the door. Maurice looked on in amazement as 3 noble kings walked into the stable. And the first king said, and the second king said, and the third king said, Maurice was speechless. What was a baby doing in his manger? And why had the shepherds and the kings come all this way to see him? The light from the stars streamed through the windows and lit up the manger. Suddenly, the stable felt very peaceful. All the commotion had finally stopped. Then Maurice heard a voice say by Joseph said, Maurice walked up to his manger. He peered over the top, and there he saw the baby Jesus snuggled up in the hay. Maurice had never seen a baby before. Suddenly, he began to get excited. He realized that the baby Jesus must be a very, very special baby. Maurice took a deep breath, then another one. There was something that he was bursting to tell everyone. He took one more deep breath and turned and said,
There's a baby in my manger, isn't it amazing?
and it was. Far away in Bethlehem, long ago in a stable, a baby was born, and the baby was laid in a manger. The people rejoiced, and the angels sang, and the baby's name was Jesus.